Hello everyone, welcome to the Animeverse Hubs channel. Don't forget to subscribe to help us reach the 10,000 subscribers milestone. Remember, this is based on the novel, research and explaining, so it won't be 100% similar to the Donghua version. Today we will dive into what to expect in this upcoming BTTH episode, and without further ado, let's get into the story. The episode opens with our protagonist, Xiao Yan, and his extraordinary companions trapped in what can only be described as an absolutely nightmarish scenario. They're completely surrounded by an overwhelming beast tide that seems to stretch endlessly in every direction. The situation has reached a point of absolutely no return, with these incredibly powerful creatures becoming more and more devastating with each passing moment. Those unfortunate enough to be caught by these ferocious beasts are being torn apart one after another, their agonizing screams echoing throughout the battlefield like a symphony of despair. What makes this scene particularly heart-wrenching is watching these brave cultivators, who had traveled thousands of kilometers to reach this point, being forced to watch their comrades fall around them while they struggled desperately to advance just a few more meters. The ground itself trembles under the weight of countless explosions as everyone exerts their full strength, their Dao Qi erupting in brilliant displays of power that illuminate the darkened battlefield. Sensing the growing threat and realizing that every second of delay could mean the difference between life and death, Xiao Yan makes the incredibly selfless decision to stay behind and cover his companions' retreat. This moment demonstrates his remarkable leadership and unwavering loyalty, qualities that have made him such a beloved protagonist throughout this incredible series. Under his protection, everyone quickly passes through the barrier that separates them from certain death. But here's where the situation becomes absolutely incredible. Xiao Yan summons a massive golden body phantom that towers above the battlefield like a divine guardian. Each thunderous punch he delivers seems as if it could shatter heaven and earth itself, sending shockwaves that ripple through the very fabric of space. Yet despite his extraordinary power that's equivalent to several peak Dozong masters combined, more and more beasts continue to appear, seemingly endless in their numbers. Meanwhile, those who had already crossed the barrier face their own devastating challenge. The sheer number of beasts threatens to completely shatter the protective barrier at any moment, forcing everyone to immediately channel their energy into reinforcing it. This creates an absolutely desperate situation where Xiao Yan must single-handedly hold back thousands of frenzied creatures while his companions pour every ounce of their strength into maintaining the seal. The tension reaches its absolute peak when Xiao Yan finally reaches his limit. With a deafening roar that echoes across the entire battlefield, he unleashes his full strength in one final devastating attack, a thunderous punch that carries the accumulated power of his legendary strange fire techniques. The resulting explosion is so powerful that it sends him crashing into the barrier before being blasted back hundreds of meters. After what feels like an eternity of desperate struggle, the barrier finally stabilizes, and Xiao Yan and the others breathe a sigh of relief. But their respite is short-lived. When they turn back, they realize with growing alarm that the Hun Clan has completely disappeared from sight. What happens next demonstrates the incredible speed and determination of our protagonists. Without hesitation, Xiao Yan and his group give chase, dozens of figures shooting across the sky at absolutely incredible velocities. They soon plunge into a thick veil of mist that seems to obscure not just their vision, but their very spiritual senses. Nearby, members of the incredibly powerful Heavenly Demon Phoenix Clan are also flying swiftly through the air, their phoenix-like auras leaving trails of crimson fire as they closely tail the Hun Clan. This creates a three-way chase sequence that's absolutely breathtaking in its scope and intensity. Before long, led by the cunning Hun Yu, whose strategic mind has been demonstrated time and again throughout this series, hundreds of figures emerge from the thick fog. And what appears before their eyes is something that leaves even these powerful cultivators absolutely speechless. The enormous golden phantom of an ancient tree that seems to pierce the very heavens themselves. Seeing this magnificent sight, the Hun Clan members are filled with ecstatic joy and burning anticipation. Behind them, Xiao Yan and his group finally catch up, and as soon as they halt mid-air, Their jaws drop at the sight of this majestic tree that radiates an aura of ancient wisdom and unimaginable power. Staring at this incredible sight with eyes that light up like stars in the darkness, Xiao Yan murmurs with barely contained excitement, "Is this the legendary Bodhisattva Ancient Tree?" His words stir everyone's excitement to fever pitch, because they all realize they're looking at one of the three greatest heavenly treasures in existence. At that very moment, absolutely dazzling golden rays burst forth from the tree with such intensity that they illuminate the entire landscape for hundreds of kilometers in every direction. Looking closely through the brilliant radiance, they realize with growing amazement that the light is emanating from something called the Bodhisattva Heart, a legendary treasure that can grant enlightenment and break through bottlenecks that have plagued cultivators for centuries. This revelation leaves all of them with burning desire that threatens to overwhelm their rational thinking. The Bodhisattva Heart represents not just power, but the potential for understanding the very mysteries of cultivation itself. For warriors who have spent decades struggling to advance their cultivation, this represents the opportunity of multiple lifetimes. Unable to restrain themselves any longer, both the Hun Clan and Heavenly Demon Phoenix Clan rush forward with reckless abandon, their desire for the treasure overriding their usual caution and strategic thinking. But watching them charge ahead so impulsively, Xiao Yan remains remarkably calm and composed, demonstrating the strategic wisdom that has kept him alive through countless dangerous situations. With a voice filled with both authority and genuine concern for his companions, he warns them. The Bodhisattva Ancient Tree is among the three greatest heavenly treasures in existence. If there's no danger protecting something this valuable, that would be absolutely strange. Let them go first, but everyone stay cautious and ready for anything. His words proved to be incredibly prophetic, because no sooner had he spoken than several figures teleport in an instant, appearing dangerously close to the base of the Bodhisattva Ancient Tree. But right at that crucial moment, 5 mysterious black-robed figures emerge from around the massive roots like shadows given form, effectively blocking both the Hun Clan and Heavenly Demon Phoenix Clan from advancing any further. As these 5 figures appear with dramatic flair, the very space around them begins to tremble violently. An absolutely terrifying pressure spreads outward in waves that make even these powerful cultivators struggle to maintain their footing. Golden light engulfs everything nearby, creating an almost divine atmosphere that's both beautiful and incredibly dangerous. Recognizing the devastating aura emanating from these mysterious guardians, everyone's faces darken with the realization of what they're facing. These are 5 half-saint powerhouses, beings whose strength is equivalent to small armies of ordinary Dozong masters combined. Gazing at these formidable opponents with growing concern, Xiao Yan sucks in a cold breath and mutters with characteristic analytical precision, 5 half-saints, yet they have absolutely no vitality whatsoever. This observation reveals his incredible perceptiveness and experience in battle. The beautiful Xun Er, whose golden eyes can perceive things others cannot, responds with certainty, yes, they're merely puppets, but puppets created from the bodies of actual half-saint powerhouses, making them incredibly dangerous despite their lack of living consciousness. In the distance, Hun Yu, whose clan possesses ancient knowledge spanning thousands of years, murmurs with genuine confusion and growing alarm. These are the legendary half-saints recorded in our clan's most ancient texts, but weren't they supposed to have disappeared along with the Bodhisattva Ancient Tree countless millennia ago? This revelation adds another layer of mystery to an already incredibly complex situation. The fact that these powerful guardians, who have been protecting the Bodhisattva Ancient Tree for potentially thousands of years, speaks to the unimaginable value of what lies within. Nearby, Gu Qingyang, whose tactical mind is renowned throughout the Gu clan, asks with understandable gravity, "What should we do now? Fighting 5 half-saint puppets is essentially equivalent to facing a small army of peak Dozong masters." Looking over his incredibly talented team with the calculating gaze of a seasoned commander, Xiao Yan answers with the kind of solemn determination that has made him a natural leader. Only if we all join forces and coordinate our attacks perfectly can we hope to contend with these half-saint puppets and their devastating abilities. Everyone nods in agreement, understanding that individual strength, no matter how impressive, won't be sufficient against opponents of this caliber. Still, even Xiao Yan realizes that 5 half-saints represent an absolutely overwhelming challenge. And even with the Gu clan's alliance and their combined power, victory is far from guaranteed. After thinking through their limited options with characteristic strategic depth, Xiao Yan raises his voice so everyone can hear his proposal. If we don't advance toward the tree, these puppeteers won't take any action against us. Anyone who wants to withdraw from this incredibly dangerous situation still has the chance to do so without shame. Hearing this offer of retreat, people frown with internal conflict, but remarkably, not a single person steps back. This demonstrates the incredible courage and determination of these cultivators who have traveled so far and sacrificed so much to reach this point. Seeing their unwavering resolve and burning determination, Xiao Yan shouts with the kind of commanding presence that inspires absolute confidence. If that's the case, then I'll take on 1 puppet personally and the other 4 will be left to you all. What do you say to this distribution of our forces? Hun Yu smirks with the confidence that comes from leading one of the most powerful ancient clans, glancing at Xiao Yan with grudging respect. We Hun Clan members can handle 1 puppet with our combined ancestral techniques and coordinated battle formations. Not far away, Zhu Feng, representing the proud heavenly demon Phoenix clan with their legendary Phoenix bloodline abilities, also responds with fierce determination. Leave 1 puppet to us. Our Phoenix flames and spatial techniques will prove effective against these ancient guardians. That leaves 2 remaining puppets for the scattered forces and smaller groups. And when Xiao Yan asks them about taking on this seemingly impossible challenge, they nod in unison despite understanding the incredible danger they're about to face. Taking a deep breath that seems to draw in the very essence of heaven and earth, Xiao Yan declares with absolute finality, "If there's no problem with this plan, then let's attack with everything we have." In an instant that seems to slow down time itself, Xiao Yan's Do-Chi erupts around him like a blazing inferno, his 3 different colored strange fires, creating a spectacular display of power as he charges forward with incredible speed and determination. His comrades follow suit without hesitation, rushing toward the 5 half-saint puppets in what can only be described as one of the most desperate and courageous charges in the entire series. What happens next showcases some of the most incredible teamwork and battle coordination we've ever seen in this series. Xun Er and Medusa strike together with absolutely seamless precision. Their coordination so perfect, it's as though they had fought side by side for ages despite their complex relationship and different backgrounds. The battlefield erupts into absolute chaos as countless devastating attacks crash down on the puppets like a storm of divine retribution. The clash between these incredibly powerful forces literally shakes heaven and earth, sending shockwaves that can be felt for hundreds of kilometers in every direction. Xiao Yan roars with the fury of a true dragon king, sending dragon-like flames surging toward his chosen puppet with enough heat to melt mountains. Xun Er's golden gaze shines like divine swords piercing through the very fabric of space itself. Medusa's crimson bow fires 3 blazing arrows in rapid succession, each one carrying enough power to level entire cities. Gu Qingyang unleashes overwhelming hand seals with absolutely deafening force, his ancient clan techniques creating ripples in reality itself. Behind them, little Dr. Fairy conjures a surge of violet, poisonous energy that could corrupt the very air around them, while Qinglin unleashes her legendary 3 flowers pupil, providing crucial support that keeps the entire group coordinated and protected. Their teamwork proves to be absolutely flawless, overwhelming their chosen puppet with relentless strikes that demonstrate years of training and natural battle instincts. Each attack builds upon the previous one, creating combinations that multiply their individual power exponentially. Meanwhile, Hun Yu leads the Hun Clan members in an equally ferocious battle against another puppet, but that particular guardian proves to be almost impossibly strong. Chains erupt from its body like living serpents, reaping lives mercilessly and demonstrating why these ancient guardians have protected the Bodhisattva Ancient Tree for countless millennia. The heavenly demon Phoenix clan fares little better in their desperate struggle, finding themselves trapped in distorted space that seems to drain their strength with every passing moment. Their legendary phoenix flames, which can normally burn through almost any defense, seem to have reduced effectiveness against these ancient puppets. As for the scattered forces, though they're numerous and include many talented individuals, facing two half-saint puppets simultaneously is proving to be nothing short of a complete massacre. Many brave cultivators fall within mere moments of the battle beginning, their sacrifice highlighting just how incredibly dangerous this confrontation has become. And so, this absolutely fierce struggle continues to rage with no clear victor in sight. Every moment brings new revelations about the incredible power of these ancient guardians and the desperate courage of our protagonists, who refuse to give up despite facing seemingly impossible odds. What awaits them beyond this desperate clash? Will Xiao Yan and his allies find a way to overcome these legendary half-saint puppets? And what secrets does the Bodhisattva Ancient Tree hold that makes it worth such an incredible sacrifice? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to stay updated on all the incredible developments in this amazing series. Your support helps me bring you more amazing content and detailed analysis of these epic battles that showcase the very best of Donghua storytelling. That's all from me for this episode. Until next time, stay tuned for more incredible adventures and devastating battles that will leave you on the edge of your seat.